we will deal with another important phenomena which is related with caste, that is the idea of Sanskritization. Now, what do you mean by Sanskritization? Now, often we kind of tend to relate this term of Sanskritization with Sanskrit or language, but it has got nothing to do with that. How? Now, as we know that in Indian society, caste system is hierarchical in nature. That means what? At the top of the hierarchy, there is the Brahmins who enjoy the most privileged position. Then next to Brahmins are the Kshatriyas, who are the warriors. Third is the Vaishya, the traders, the merchants. And fourth, the Sudras, right? The one who used to serve the all upper three categories of the caste. And not only that, there is some outcast also. The one to whom today we address them as Dalits. Clear? So this was the structure of the Indian caste system. Now, what is the meaning of Sanskritization in this whole caste system or caste pyramid? What is the relation of Sanskritization? First is that Sanskritization is a phenomena which is noticed by M.N. Srinivas. Clear? M.N. Srinivas in his book has given extensively about the idea of Sanskritization. Now, what is Sanskritization? It is a phenomena through which the lower caste try to imitate the cultural pattern, the belief system, the ideas of the higher caste. Did you understand? The lower caste people, that is the Dalits, they try to, not only the Dalits, the Shudras also, they try to imitate, they try to copy, in simple term, they try to, adopt the belief system, the cultural patterns, the ideas of the superior castes. This is the phenomena of Sanskritization. Clear? Now, there are some features of Sanskritization. What are the major features? First feature of Sanskritization is that as the lower caste used to suffer from economic deprivation and social discrimination, they had the tendency of adopting the cultural patterns, the economic activities of the higher caste. So that was again a very important phenomena or feature of Sanskritization. Now, often we try to restrict the idea of Sanskritization per se within the caste system, but that is not the case. Why that is not the case? Because Sanskritization may also happen with class phenomena as well, where the lower class people try to imitate the cultural patterns, the food habits, the ideas, belief system, religious patterns of the higher caste. Clear? So Sanskritization is not restricted to caste phenomena only. Clear? Now, third is that Sanskritization leads to social mobility. Now, what do we mean by social mobility? Social mobility means that there the lower caste people having a scope of uplifting their position, social position, to a higher, towards the higher strata of the pyramid. As we say, in the higher stratas, who are there? The Brahmins, the Kshatriya. So through practicing, through this, coming into this phenomenon of Sanskritization, the lower caste people, they are adopting, through adoption of the cultural patterns, beliefs of the higher caste, they are initiating a social mobility. Social mobility means social change, and this social change was particularly noticed during the British period. Why? Because during the British period we can see that the whole rigidity of the caste system that was present in the Indian social system, that started, the lines of this caste rigidity was getting blurred, because the Britishers did not used to understand this whole caste phenomena, and hence they used to, through the transport and communication system, they have introduced all these things. Clear? And the last, the term which is also nowadays related with Sanskritization, is de-Sanskritization. Now, what is the meaning of de-Sanskritization? Here, the opposite is happening of Sanskritization. Here, the higher caste people are trying to imitate the social cultural patterns, the lifestyle, the food habits, and the beliefs of the lower caste people. That is a very recent phenomena which is observed by the sociologists in modern times. Clear? One example of Sanskritization, like we have the idea that Brahmins are always, they are being given the duty and they always discharge the function of doing all the religious practices. But nowadays we see whatever the one Brahmin person does, the lower caste people also practice and imitate that kind of practice. Clear? Similarly, example of de-Sanskritization is, it is often considered that Brahmins always have the vegetarian food, but nowadays we see that Brahmins also intake the non-veg food. So there, through de-Sanskritization, what they are doing, the higher caste people, they are trying to imitate the food habits, the cultural patterns of the lower caste people. Now this whole Sanskritization thing has got a boost precisely after the British came into the Indian subcontinent, and they had a huge role in changing the society. With the advent of modernization, urbanization, as well as industrialization, we have seen a huge transformation of society, where the communication system, transport system has changed drastically, which led to a social change, where the rigidity of the caste system diminished and caste were it became a flexible phenomenon. In today's time, in modern time, caste is always being used by instrument to mobilize political support by various political leaders. Clear? We have seen the system of reservation in the caste system in Indian politics. So now we can say in modern society, caste system has the rigidity of the caste system has got blurred. Thank you for today's class. We are completed with the sociology class. I would ask you to do a research on major important social thinkers who contributed immensely in this caste system. We have discussed about M.N. Srinivas, who has given the idea of Sanskritization. I want you to know the major important other social thinkers who have played an important role in giving a shape of caste phenomena in Indian politics. Thank you.